What if I told you that a conflict happening thousands of miles away in the Middle East could directly affect your gas prices, your job, and even America's global power? Right now, tensions across the region, especially involving countries like Iran and Israel, along with critical routes like the Strait of Hormuz, are once again rising. And the big question is why the United States cares so much. The answer starts with something simple: oil. The Middle East controls a huge share of the world's oil supply, and the Strait of Hormuz alone carries around 20% of global oil trade. If conflict disrupts that route, supply drops and prices rise across the world, which means higher fuel costs in the US, more expensive transportation, rising grocery prices, and pressure on everyday life. But it's not just about oil, it's also about global power. The US has built strong alliances in the region over decades, especially with Israel and key Gulf countries, because influence in the Middle East means influence over energy markets and global trade routes. And if the US pulls back, countries like China and Russia could step in, shifting the balance of power in a way that directly affects American interests. What most people miss, though, is that this is also about security. The Middle East has long been a region where conflicts can quickly grow and pull in multiple nations. And any escalation, whether between Iran and Israel or involving armed groups, can create global ripple effects. For the United States, that means protecting its allies, preventing larger wars, and stopping threats before they reach American interests at home or abroad. In simple terms, what happens there doesn't stay there. And here's the twist: even when the US tries to stay out, it can't fully ignore the region because the global economy is deeply connected. A single disruption in oil supply, an attack on infrastructure, or a blockade in a key shipping lane can trigger stock market drops, inflation, and economic uncertainty in the US almost immediately. So the next time you hear about conflict in the Middle East, remember, it's not just a distant issue. It's a chain reaction that affects fuel prices, global stability, and America's position in the world. And the real question is, can the US afford to step back? Or is it already too deeply involved?